Today I am discussing about 3D chessboard and PCs. As you can see on the computer screen, the project that I decided to work on my side project would be creation of 3D chessboard originally played on star. For creativity processes, I decided to make it so that it is Harry Potter themed and will seem like a match. Hence the reason why I made the chess pieces gold and green, since those are typically considered colors. I made this project in my principal's engineering class. My inspiration came from former students who has created a three-dimensional chess board from Star Trek. My design is 100% inspired from his project, since I based and completed my project based on his instructions, but there are slight differences that exist too. A few of the changes that I made involve using wood for the stand instead of acrylic, and the chess pieces that I made are 100% my own. I decided to use wood for the stand since it is not only work with the same but also look familiar and similar to the board pieces as well. Another difference I made it is I changed the color of the chess pieces to make it different from the generic black and white chess piece, since like I mentioned before I wanted it to take with the match. Since I am a huge fan of Harry Potter, the images of both the chess pieces and the final pictures of the overall 3D board could be found in the pictures posted above. 3D chess is a game that I played differently from regular chess due to the fact that is starships, which is represented by the smaller chessboards and can be moved whenever a feels player like. For the instructions on how to make a game, you can access it on the web. Supplies. The picture above shows the some of the supplies that I used for this project, which involves the laser cutter, 3D printer, and the wood glue which I had to use to make sure that everything stayed together. The picture on the bottom most right shows one example of how I used the clamps to stick the pieces together after the gluing board. In the I had to use the clamps after I was done it was gluing in order to make sure that the pieces of sticking together it would be a permanent and won't fall in easily. Step 1, designing the board. For 3D Star Trek chessboard, I decided to make two sets of boards, one of them being 4x4 checkered board and the other being 2x2 checkered board. The design that I made involved measurements by 6 pin by 6 in for the 4x4 checkered board and 3 in. I further decided to make each of the individual squares on the board for the larger chessboard and the smaller chessboard so that they would have been the same for both of the chessboards. After I was done with the design, I made sure to make both of the chessboards around, since that it is the wood thickness that I used for both chess pieces. Through the you can make it up to 5 mm thick. You can then use the appearances tool to make some of the individual square black to give the two boards and the checkered look of the system.